Hello again, everyone. Now, it's very interesting. I hadn't done a video in months, and I did one this morning, and then within the space of about 2 hours, and something the Lord just dropped something else into my spirit. So, as I mentioned, I have to be wearing a sling because my arm is broken. So, I got two jelly coconuts yesterday, so I had to ask the groundsman in the complex to prepare them for me so I could have be able to drink. And I told him, but then I realized that, but I can't go. I can't take them to him, so he would have to come to me because one hand is not functioning. So he came, and he came into the kitchen and he did what he had to do. So it created a little mess. So when he was leaving, he said, "Can you clean up for me?" And I said, "Sure," because I know he had to get back to work. So I was willing to do that. And as I took up the mop to start cleaning up, remember I had just said, "Wow, this is messy." And as I took up the mop to start cleaning up, the Lord just dropped it in my spirit. It gets messy before it gets beautiful. And I said, "Wow." So I was looking forward to having my nice, refreshing jelly. But before I could get to that beautiful moment, it had to go through a process. And the process would have been a little messy, but then I would have cleaned up afterwards and I would have had my jelly. And it just caused me to think that in life we go through stuff and we have an expected end. We are looking to see a particular ending, but it is not going to happen overnight. It takes time, it's a process, and we have to go through the process. And some parts of the process is not the way we would want it to be. Some parts can get really messy, some parts can really get difficult, but guess what? We just have to keep holding on. We just have to keep believing that God is in the midst of everything, every situation, every trial, every test, every temptation. We can find God somewhere. Even God did not send the temptation, but through the temptation or through when we are tempted to do something wrong, we can reach out to God and He can save us from it because He always provides a way of escape. So I just want to encourage somebody today. You may be going through something and it's not turning out or it's not looking the way that you had expected. But just keep pressing, keep holding on, keep believing. The word says that He will give us beauty for ashes. So sometimes the process may seem long, it may seem um, it's unpredictable, it's messy, it's not how we would want, it's not how we planned. But at the end of it, when we look back, we can see that God's hand was in it all along. So just be encouraged that whatever you're going through, hold on. It may seem like there is no end in sight. It may seem like things are just not going the way you plan. But just ensure that just remember, that God is in the midst of it and He will cause all things to work together for good. Blessings.